What's up, basketball fans? The NBA playoffs are heating up, and today's matchups have storylines so juicy they could fill an entire season of basketball drama. Whether you're Team East Coast with the Knicks-Celtics showdown, or Team West Coast vibing with the Warriors-Timberwolves battle, I've got you covered with the 5 biggest storylines you absolutely cannot miss today. Grab your snacks, settle into your favorite spot on the couch, and let's dive into what makes these games must-see TV. 5. The Timberwolves' golden opportunity against a potentially Curryless Warriors. The Minnesota Timberwolves might be licking their chops right now. With whispers that Steph Curry could be sidelined with that nagging ankle issue, the Wolves have a golden opportunity to pounce. Anthony Edwards has been playing like a man possessed this postseason, averaging 27.3 points while shooting a blistering 41% from beyond the arc. If there was ever a time for Ant-Man to take full flight, it's against a Warriors defense that loses its emotional leader when Curry sits. But don't sleep on the Wolves' defensive potential here either. Rudy Gobert can now roam the paint more freely without worrying about Curry pulling up from the logo. Karl-Anthony Towns might actually have his best matchup of the series if Golden State is forced to go bigger in Curry's absence. The question remains, can Minnesota capitalize on this potential advantage, or will the championship DNA of the Warriors shine through even without their superstar? 4. Jalen Brunson's clutch gene has arrived in New York. If you haven't been paying attention to Jalen Brunson in these playoffs, what rock have you been living under? This man has been balling out in the biggest moments. Brunson is averaging an impressive 31.2 points in these playoffs, but it's not just the volume, it's when and how he's getting these buckets. In the fourth quarter of Game 2, Brunson dropped 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting, including that absolute dagger 3 with 35 seconds left that had Madison Square Garden shaking. What makes his emergence even more impressive is how he's handling Boston's defensive pressure. The Celtics have thrown multiple defenders at him, Smart, White, Holiday, and Brunson keeps finding answers, whether it's his patented mid-range pull-up or those crafty finishes around the rim. Today's Game 3 presents another chance for Brunson to cement his status as New York's newest clutch performer. With the series shifting back to MSG, expect the decibel levels to be off the charts every time JB touches the ball in crunch time. 3. Celtics backs against the wall. Desperation mode. Activated? Speaking of the Celtics, let's talk about that 0-2 hole they've dug themselves into. A team that many, including yours truly, picked to win it all, is now facing the very real possibility of going down 3-0, a deficit no team in NBA history has ever overcome. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown need to play like the superstar duo they are. Tatum is shooting an uncharacteristic 39% from the field in this series, while Brown has had moments of brilliance interspersed with head-scratching turnovers in crucial moments. What's particularly concerning for Boston is that their vaunted defense, which finished the regular season with the league's best defensive rating, has had no answer for New York's physical play. The Knicks have out-rebounded them in both games and seem to be winning every 50-50 ball. Coach Joe Mazzulla hinted at potential rotation changes after Game 2, saying, "Everything's on the table. Could we see more minutes for Peyton Pritchard to add shooting? Maybe more Al Horford to counter the Knicks' physicality? One thing's for sure. This is as close to a must-win game as you can get without being an elimination game. Expect the Celtics to play with their hair on fire from the opening tip." 2. Jonathan Kuminga's potential breakout moment. Now this is a storyline I'm personally fascinated by. If Curry sits, Jonathan Kuminga might finally get the green light to show why Warriors fans have been clamoring for more minutes for this athletic freak of nature. Kuminga has shown flashes of brilliance throughout the season, but Steve Kerr has kept him on a relatively tight leash in these playoffs. In limited minutes, he's averaging 9.8 points while shooting an efficient 57% from the field. Those numbers don't tell the whole story of his impact, though. What makes Kuminga such an X-factor is his unique combination of explosive athleticism and improving basketball IQ. The Warriors need someone who can attack downhill and put pressure on the rim, something they sorely lack when Curry isn't creating gravity with his shooting. Against Minnesota's lengthy defenders, Kuminga's ability to elevate above the crowd could be a game-changer. Plus, he's shown promising flashes as a defender who can guard multiple positions. If there was ever a perfect stage for Kuminga's coming-out party, it's today. Warriors fans, keep your eyes peeled. This could be the beginning of something special for the young fella. 1. Can the Knicks actually complete this upset and go up 3-0? Let's be real. Nobody outside of the most die-hard Knicks fans predicted New York would be in position to take a commanding 3-0 lead over the mighty Celtics. Yet here we are. The Knicks have been playing with a physicality and hunger that's reminiscent of the 90s teams that made Madison Square Garden the most intimidating venue in basketball. Josh Hart has been crashing the boards like a man possessed, 12.5 rebounds per game this series, while Donte DiVincenzo has provided timely shooting that's broken Boston's back multiple times. What's most impressive about New York's performance is how they've controlled the pace. Coach Tom Thibodeau has his squad playing deliberate half-court basketball that negates Boston's transition advantage. Every possession feels like a rock fight, and the Knicks are winning those battles. The big question for Game 3: can the Knicks handle the pressure of being ahead? It's one thing to play as underdogs with nothing to lose. It's another to protect a lead when expectations suddenly shift. Plus, the Celtics are too talented to go down without unleashing everything in their arsenal. If the Knicks can maintain their composure amidst what will surely be an electric MSG atmosphere, they could deliver a knockout blow to Boston's championship hopes. And if that happens, New York City might just explode with basketball joy not felt since the days of Patrick Ewing. So, which of these storylines has you most excited for today's playoff action? Will Brunson continue his clutch heroics? Can the Celtics avoid disaster? Is Kuminga ready for his star turn if Curry sits? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit that subscribe button for more playoff coverage throughout this wild postseason run. Remember folks, in the NBA playoffs, expect the unexpected. That's what makes this time of year so special for basketball fans everywhere. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a couch to claim and games to watch. Catch you in the comments.